I'm the principal of Eagle Arts School, 3 campuses, Broken Hill, Western Sydney and Central Coast.
And why are you here today?
Look, we are in desperate straits. We want to keep our wonderful alternative school open for 100 struggling young teenagers across this state, 50% of whom are Indigenous, and most of them will absolutely refuse to go back to a mainstream school. Mainstream schools do not satisfy their needs. They do not work in a cooperative manner with students with depression or anxiety, and we are desperate to keep our school, which is free, open.
Every week at our school we have a professional who comes in and helps us learn. We don't allow drug and alcohol references, no sexual references, we don't allow harassment. We always have fun, learn more, but in shorter times or periods. We can come to school and be ourselves.
I'm a youth worker and been a teacher's aide at Eagle Arts School for about 1.5 years now. Well, we really have to run things quite differently from a mainstream. These young people not only don't fit into the mainstream, some aren't allowed to go to the mainstream. They've been expelled for whatever reason, or they've been bullied and they're just not going to go back to mainstream. We've got quite a few teachers and a small amount of students in a small area, so we can keep an eye on everything, make sure that the kids get the support that they need. Usually got 2 to 3 teachers' aides in each class with a teacher and small classes. There's a variety of things we do differently, and the reason we do things differently is because it's not working out for these young people in the mainstream, and I can understand the government being concerned that we don't fit into their box, but either do the kids that we support, and that's why we need to exist.
I'm here today to support the school. My daughter attends this school and it has been brilliant for her. She was in a very hopeless situation and a lot of children can't manage mainstream schooling, and Eagle Arts has been fantastic. It's more one-on-one, and it would be a very big shame for it to shut because it leave a lot of children.
We feel welcome, we feel comfortable. We actually want to go to school.
Yeah, and we're allowed to express ourselves.
We can be whoever we want at this school, because a lot of us have changed since we've been at this school and it's helped us. A lot of us are going to get far in life because of the school.
I went from not being able to do work, having fights, doing all that, and now at this school I don't have fights and I now can learn.
The conflict with NASA seems to be mainly over paperwork. Some of it quite trivial, some certainly needs to be addressed. Instead of closing the school down and throwing these kids out on the street, how about coming and looking at what we're doing, all the positive things that we're doing, including getting young people into courses, into regular employment, and all sorts of other support services that we link up with. How about coming in and working with us to make sure that these schools not only survive, but thrive well into the future?
Practical hands-on activities. So we have English, maths, history, science, traditional subjects, but less time spent on those, more time on art, sport. We do overnight camps with Broken Hill kids. Many Aboriginal kids come. Bush tucker, we have bush tucker experts on staff, dancing, theatre consultants. These are people that make our school very much a great place to be. And yes, we run the curriculum, but we do it in a kind of an outside-the-box way. There needs to be room in the education system for people who are different without being punished and pushed around and told that they're the bottom of the scum.
But, there's some kids that haven't been to school for a year or two, but since they've been coming to this school, they've been turning up regularly day in, day out for the last 1.5 to 2 years since we've been open.
And what does coming to this school mean to the kids?
Oh, obviously a lot. They come here, they get an education as well. It's not like they just come here and it's a free ride. They get proper education and they learn about value skills and living life skills and just much more than what you would teach it in the mainstream school.
We are becoming conflict with NSW, New South Wales Education Standards Authority, because they're trying to close us up. Having said we were perfectly capable of being registered and then actually registering us, they within a flick of an eye changed their minds. And they have very heavy compliance structures, which we are trying to comply with, but we need time. We need another 12 months to get it all right.